Hi guys, welcome back to Honey We're Home. I'm Caroline Crawford Patterson.
I'm Nicole Pellegrino. That was crazy.
It was on key.
I was trying to match your pitch and I just sang a tune.
You don't want to hear me in a choir.
No,
Can you sing?
Don't want.
No. Okay.
Here's the thing. I am the worst singer on planet Earth. I cannot even go near touching a tune with my voice. I've tried. I feel like if I could, I'd be too powerful. Like, I'd rule the world. I would, like, make that my superpower. I can dance. Like, I have rhythm.
Right.
Singing, never.
Have we talked about this before?
Yes.
That, like, I tried out for Disney Channel or whatever?
No.
When I was, like, oh, my God, Ashlyn would be able to tell me because our moms took us together. And
Clubhouse? Like
first
the
of
Mickey
all,
Mouse?
I was, like, a teenager. And I didn't know if I could act, but I was, like, willing to give it a shot. I could dance. Obviously, like, I was a dancer. Ashlyn can sing, and I feel like she can definitely act. And she made it to, like, the second round. I did not. I got sent home.
For a Disney Channel
I'll never
show?
forget what I was wearing that day. Yeah, for a Disney Channel show.
Like, you could have been Selena Gomez.
First of all, they implied that I should, like, lose weight, which was, like, so great of them. I would have been, like, the overweight character.
Cutthroat. No.
I was wearing my gold Hunter rain boots, which I still have to this day. They've been with me for, like, 15 plus years.
So this wasn't that long ago.
No, I was, like, 14 or 15. I keep my stuff
the
for a long
boots
time.
still fit you?
Yeah. I was in
Why am I
was
picturing
in
you, like,
puberty.
in high school doing
Yeah, like,
this?
I think we were in 9th grade.
Oh, that's high school.
It's high school,
Okay.
yeah. Like,
okay.
I was wearing those boots. My shorts probably didn't fit me well because I was actively going through puberty. Like, I'd gotten boobs. And they just wanted to cast me as, like, the overweight character. But I didn't even make the second cut because they were like, can you sing, dance, and act? And I was like,
Not a triple threat.
I can dance and act. And they're like, well, if you can't sing too, like, you don't even make it to a second round. And that's when I realized, like, the thing about Disney Channel, it really is real. Like, all those girls become such big stars because they are triple threats from the beginning.
Yeah.
You're not even
just born with it.
And to this day, I think about this. I don't think they asked the boys that because I can't think of that many Disney Channel boy stars that became musicians or ever did. Every Disney Channel girl star, Hilary Duff, Ariana was Nickelodeon, but you've got, like, Zendaya, like, all these people have since done musicals. Hannah Montana, they sing, they're
Mickey
artists.
Mouse Clubhouse
Selena.
breakout star I remember that's a guy is Ryan Gosling, and he was fantastic at everything.
He can sing.
When he was little. Have you ever seen the video?
But that's the Clubhouse era. Like, that's not even our generation.
Yeah, right?
Our generation of shows, can you...
No, they're older than me. I love how
they're not. They're
I'm
like 40.
Because that was like Britney, Justin.
It's Britney, Justin. Those people sing. I haven't really seen a male Disney Channel star since also do the one hit wonder or the album or the...
Yeah, like Zac Efron, he can sing.
Yeah,
Why
but his
was I
first movie
watching
was a
clips
musical.
The other day, randomly, of High School Musical on TikTok, just like for fun. Like, I basically watched the movie on TikTok.
It's kind of fun, though.
Of High School Musical. Like, I was actively searching for them.
I think it's because I've seen a lot of people make paparazzi comments of, like, comparing them to, like, Sharpay Evans and stuff. Like, there's this, like, photo of Hailey Bieber driving around Coachella, and people are like, it's giving Sharpay Evans with, like, Ryan in the backseat or something.
Have you seen the things that are like Sharpay? I feel like there's a whole renaissance happening right now with, like, our generation and realizing the villains from the stories that we fell in love with growing up are actually the people that were in the right. Like, Sharpay was totally in the right. She, like, actually took drama club seriously and practiced and, like, was very into it and rehearsed. And then all of a sudden, like, Gabriella and Troy just come in and, like, random, don't even want it really, but they just, like, sing a song and get cast as the leads, which is, like, so fucked up to Sharpay. And then who else are we having justice for? Oh, Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap.
Oh, yeah. She's still... I get that, but I did rewatch The Parent Trap, like, literally last month.
I like watch it once a month.
Yeah, and still I was like... the thing is that she had an evil plan from the beginning.
Yeah, no, she was like evil, but she was also dealing with a lot with like in what right mind were the two parents like, let's split up the sisters and have them.
Premise is insane.
Yeah.
The premise is insane.
Meredith was dealing with some baggage.
But how could he tell his fiance that he had 2 kids if he didn't even tell his daughter that she had a sister?
But he didn't tell the fiance right away, right? Because he doesn't tell Meredith.
She knew that the daughter existed. Because the first scene they meet, she was like, "You must be the famous
Hallie." She
Your
knew
dad
that
loves
Hallie
you so much.
existed, but not Annie.
Right. But Hallie didn't know Annie existed either. So he couldn't tell his fiance when he hadn't even told Hallie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're saying
So
both
of the parents just are meant for each other because they're deranged to think that was a good idea in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, Meredith Blake still, I don't know, she was a
what
little
are other
cutthroat for
villains
me.
that deserve justice?
But if she was camping,
Why am I blanking? But there's definitely so many more examples.
Do you know what I just thought about? That High School Musical should do like a Christmas movie, like high school reunion, like of them going to their high school reunion. But you know how the like good Netflix Christmas movies start out where like it's the person in like the big city and their big corporate job and then they have to like go to a small town. It should be each character where they actively are in life now. Like Sharpay definitely like
a Hallmark
lives
moment.
in New York, is like crazy successful, like should have all of them in their right minds, like or in their right spaces.
What's Gabriella doing? Science?
Oh yeah, like I bet
she go to school? Oh no, law.
No, it's science, right?
No,
like,
she
I
was
bet she's
good
like a
at
professor
science, but I think she went to school for law, and the only reason I know
she's like in a Mall Clooney.
Yeah, like I don't know what
lives
she's
internationally and like does these huge fights for the right guy against the big guy, like travels the world.
Foreign policy stuff.
Yeah. So each of them, and then it's like their little individual lives.
And the boys are deadbeats.
And then they all have to leave and go back to their hometown for their like high school reunion. And then you like see all the dynamics like play out.
Yeah, we should have that.
Because there
Can
would
you write
be some
that?
love triangle. Yeah, I'll write an email.
So also just random, because this popped into my mind. He wasn't really a villain, but he was somebody I think who, like, people fight me on this. Forgive me if we've had this convo, because I feel like I'm having deja vu. Lon from The Notebook. I would have picked him. I would have so picked him.
You know what? It's so interesting you say that. I thought about that like just 2 days ago. I actually think about it regularly, like it pops into my mind, because that is the first image I had of like, oh my God, like it's such a great movie. You guys are so sweet together, but like, you know, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because like Lon is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. So every time I think about couples that I'm like, so weird that like they would choose that person, I think I always think about The Notebook.
Yeah. Lon was hot, successful, rich,
kind,
came from a good family.
Noah,
kind,
unstable.
No.
Noah was so mentally
and
unstable.
Lon was also obsessed with her. Like he was like very
understanding.
Not only was he like rich and successful, like yeah, that's one thing, but he was so kind, so cool and understanding. She literally cheated, and he was like,
"It's okay,
I'll forgive you." And he was like, yeah, he was obsessed with her in the best way, like not a creepy way.
John points this out when we watch movies, and I'm like, that's what it is that I love. It's like, we just watched Casablanca, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like, there's supposed to be this like bad guy character and the good guy, and the good guy's the underdog, and you want her to leave the bad guy for the good guy. Yeah. But sometimes, like when the main character guy, like when the guy that the girl is initially with has no pride. It's like a guy with no pride is like so attractive. Like they're like, I get it. Like this was, you know, you had this experience and you went through that, and like we'll work through it. Or like they won't get jealous. They'll be like, I trust you.
Yeah.
They have like no pride.
Yeah.
And they're so nice, and they never beat up the guy. They never get mad.
Yeah,
they never get angry.
Did Lon and Noah actually eventually meet? Am I making? No, they didn't.
No, I think they saw each other at one point.
Yeah. Right? Why am I blanking on why am I like adding scenes that didn't happen to The Notebook in my head?
I feel like
Noah was like an alcoholic and like got fat at one point.
I mean, Noah was so unstable and like was like womanizing.
Yeah.
And then sleeping with Allie.
Yeah.
And And maybe though they were meant for each other
And
because
was
they were
like
both
mean
crazy.
to the other girl. Remember?
Yeah. Yes. No, I
She was
recall.
what's her name?
He was so
Justice
sweet.
for her.
Seriously,
She was so nice.
You know what conversation this is? It's the same one. It's like, oh, are you team Dean or team Logan? Like, are you team?
I know. Can we talk about
Big
that real
or
quick? 'Cause
Aiden?
How
Like,
have we never? We'll make it quick.
yeah,
We don't
I'm
have
team
to
Logan.
analyze.
I don't even need to beat around the bush. Dean is such a deadbeat.
Wait. Sorry, Dean versus Logan. I thought you were gonna say like Jess versus Logan. I'm like kind of always team Logan.
I'm always team Logan no matter what. I think
Jess we love though.
No, I think that Jess has a really good character arc.
Yeah.
He turns out to be this really great guy. I think he's a great push for Rory in her career. But like, he is the type of guy that I don't think he even really wants to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I think
At
he's
least
very
not with
happy
her.
with how his life turned out and isn't like pining after her.
Wait, doesn't Rory end up pregnant at the end?
Yeah,
at the very
and then
end?
we never know.
And we don't know with who.
But I heard that
They're gonna do something.
Lorelai,
like
what's
I
her
heard
name? Oh my God, I always blank.
Lauren Graham.
Lauren Graham. She said on the Drew Barrymore show that she has pitched this idea where they do like the Christmas thing that I was sort of just talking about, which is where I got that idea.
Yes.
And they get to check in on the characters.
Wait, I heard her say this on a podcast that
yeah, it's like how British shows do it. And she's
I
like,
would binge that in a second.
I need to, and
That's
it
kind
has
of
to be
the
Logan's
best.
baby. Them still, Rory messed it up. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, bro, just say yes to the proposal.
Yeah. Oh, because Rory proposed. I mean, Logan
proposed.
proposed. Yeah, say yes.
Just say yes.
Idiot.
Like, I'm so sorry, but like, that for me is a case of like, you have no idea what a relationship is if you feel like being in a relationship means stopping pursuing your dreams.
Amen.
Like, that is so interesting to me. Like, she maybe it was too soon to get engaged, but just have a long engagement. Like, literally, they still individually pursue their careers and are still low key together. So
Her
you could have done
issue
it
with
married.
Logan. Remember though, because when she like gave up school, moved out of her,
Yeah, and then she
moved
lived
into her thing.
living with him.
Yeah,
Like, she literally was
she
playing
became
house.
like a trad wife for Logan.
Like,
So maybe that's what she's afraid of. I need to go back and like watch because
also, that is why he would think she was ready for marriage. If she was literally saying, this is my priority.
No, but then because then Jess got her into shape and she went back to school.
Yes, but I'm even talking after that. When she was still at Yale and Logan was graduated and like living in London, she still lived in his apartment.
That's right. I was like, you better don't bite the hand that feeds you, Rory.
It's seriously,
Yeah, she
I
was
still
soaking
think
up Logan's resources.
like, just be like, hey, I want to be with you, but I also want to pursue my own
Aiden
stuff.
or Big?
I've always been like team Big, but now
Really?
now with the
No,
like,
I think Aiden. Like, okay, and here's the thing with me in Sex and the City.
no, I rewatched it and I don't know now.
Okay, I need to watch with a closer lens because believe it or not, people have asked me this and they're like jaw dropped when I tell them. I haven't really been like a Sex and the City watcher. I rewatched it like last year, or watched it, shall I say, for the first time all the way through last year. But I like skipped some episodes because, I fall asleep, whatever. I didn't like watch it that closely. So I still feel like
Background
I'm
show.
not an expert
Elevator
as much
music.
as other people.
Yeah.
So the experts always say they're big, but like just from what I have watched, Aiden all the fucking way. Like, why would you be big? Yes, he's richer, but Aiden like eventually gets rich.
Here's my
And rich isn't everything.
no, rich isn't everything, and Aiden does get rich.
Aiden's hotter, period.
I watched recently. I went through the entire series beginning to end and then immediately into all the movies. So here was my conclusion after doing that. I think that my problem with Aiden is that it's not who he was as a boyfriend. Like, he just actually icks me out. Like,
See,
Aiden,
he turns me on.
Aiden icks me out, and I think maybe that's more my issue, I realize, than him as a character person. I do think, like, they are so
Big icks me out. Ew.
they're so incompatible. Even in the reboot, like, they do not have the same idea of fun, of travel, of lifestyle, of city, of literally anything they don't
Don't
agree
meet
on.
up in Dubai or something at one point?
Yeah, and she cheats on Big with him. Like, they kiss,
Yeah.
and Big forgives her. However, like, Aiden, I think is inarguably a more stand-up guy. And so I think that's the team Aiden for me is I'm like, I don't think that they're meant to be together because even in the
Big
reboot,
has mental issues.
They can't figure it out.
Oh, I haven't gotten to the reboot.
So you've got to watch that.
I vaguely know that they end up getting together because Big...
Yes. Well, I think people know that.
Do people know that? Okay. I'm so afraid of spoiling. God forbid. I posted one day after White Lotus.
But I think Aiden is inarguably the better guy, but still they're not compatible. Where Big, they have way more in common. They're compatible, but he's just not a stand-up guy.
No, he has mental issues, and he like moved,
commitment issues.
back.
Even in the reboot, it's like the first scene is like him not wanting to go to his like her goddaughter's like recital. It's, I mean, like
she'll never be happy.
I'd
with
be
that.
livid if somebody
I think
did
it's
that.
because Aiden wants like a family and stuff. That's what attracts me more to him.
Yeah, and
But I don't
she
want to live
didn't
on a
want that.
farm. Doesn't he want a farm?
He lives on a farm.
Oh,
to this
but
day.
doesn't he move back?
He
He just like wants
visits.
a farm.
They like.
Oh, so Aiden is Mike, and that's maybe why I.
Maybe.
But I'm like stronger than Carrie, so I'll just like make
It's
Mike.
that like typical like countryman city girl vibe, but I'm like, I don't get the long-term attraction in that because like everything for you like is a compromise. Everything is a fight either way.
That's how my relationship is.
No.
No, Mike wouldn't move to a farm right now.
But like
I
the
say
difference
that
between someone
jokingly,
who
but he,
wants multiple kids versus wants none.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's where I've landed with him. I think Carrie has
She
horrible
always
taste in
wanted
men.
none, and he wanted. But didn't he have them with someone else? Oh, that's why they're able to come back together. Okay, it's all making sense.
She just has very bad taste in men. I'm not sure anyone wins in this because
people like hate Carrie. I do know that.
That's how though you make an interesting show. Because I mean, I guess you just there's no clear. You just like you kind of teeter between the two for different reasons.
I like Samantha.
Yeah,
from what I have seen,
I just like love Charlotte, and I used to be in such denial of that.
You like our Charlotte.
No, I used to be so scared for people to call me Charlotte because like I'm not bland, but I just really love her.
Yeah. No, I like her.
She believes in love.
She's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
She did IVF, right? We love her.
No.
I think she...
Oh, she did. Yeah,
it's
and
I'm like, I missed some episodes, but I'm like,
she
I
did
can't
do a
remember.
lot of IVF with her like impotent husband. He was impotent for a while.
What does that mean?
He couldn't get it up.
That's why he just couldn't get hard
until they like started getting a divorce.
That show is crazy. All right.
And then she bailed when IVF didn't work.
Really? Harry? Yeah. What's his name?
No,
Harry?
Harry. God, no. God, Harry praise the ground Harry walks on.
Wait, who's her? The first one. Okay, that's the part that I truly skipped on accident because like I just remember like it then ending up on like the next couple episodes and I was like something happened and then I was like no, whatever. I'll just skip.
Anyways, the tale of two men.
Watch a show like a normal person.
Like all the way through. Okay. Yeah. Well, that being said.
We have a good email.
We do have a really good email. This is kind of what it's about. So with a listening ear, because sometimes I have to go back and read stuff after I figure out what it's about at the end.
Smart.
So here's just a quick synopsis. It's kind of about the individual versus joint approaches. If you were like in a couple and you have news to share as a couple and you disagree on how to share it and who to share it with, like where is the line between, well, I get to do what I want to do versus we actually have to agree on how to do it, even if it means like someone is having to sacrifice that. So that's kind of the premise.
Okay.
Ready? My husband and I have been married only a few years, but have been together way longer. We just found out we're pregnant and are ecstatic. This is something we've talked about for so long now, and getting to do it together feels like a dream besides this one disagreement that we're having. We're in our second month of pregnancy and decided to tell our parents and close friends, but my husband is very, very superstitious. God forbid, I know the chances of miscarriage and or finding out bad news is high right now, but I want support from my people, and my husband is getting frustrated finding out the close friends I'm telling, who are 3 of my bridesmaids, a friend who is also pregnant currently but experienced loss, a group of new moms I've met recently who have supported me during our phase of trying for a baby, a group of moms I worked with I know wouldn't share with anyone. None of these people would tell his friends and or family. I explained to him I am balancing being cautious and excited, and he's allowed to disagree with how I'm sharing, but I need support outside of him so I don't burden him with every little thought or question I experience. I know you both aren't mamas yet, but feel like you may have good insight on other women and mamas in your life having approached this odd in-between phase. We are telling our parents this week, but I am letting my husband spearhead how he shares with his close friends, even though I would love to share with their wives sooner because they are new moms. Is this wrong? I feel like there's no rules on this and I should have value for his viewpoint, but also I don't want to suffer in silence if something does happen to this pregnancy.
I feel for her because this really is, like, from what I've seen and heard from others, definitely like a weird in-between phase, she called it, where, like, you know, you find out and it's, you know, typically people don't tell the news to a lot of people or literally announce it like more on a widespread manner until your second trimester, because the first is just scary. Like, he has a right to be like scared and superstitious because many people are. And I feel like we're hearing so many things these days about like people having miscarriages left and right, and
yeah,
it's just like a scary thing, a scary time. And so I feel for her. I feel for both of them. The first thing I'd say is, like, I feel like during this time, especially, you are going to really want to be, like, as close to your husband and your partner more than ever. And you really do, like, want to be on the same page and want to be moving forward. I just feel like it's only going to benefit you guys during this time to, like, be in lockstep, like, in agreement when you are telling people. So that is a tough argument because clearly she wants to tell people. That said, I would still say, like, you know, she's the pregnant one at the end of the day. She is the one carrying the baby. Yeah. She's the one experiencing all these different changes with her body and scary little symptoms that might or may not be popping up. So like, I'm almost more inclined to be like, if she wants to tell friends that are going through it, like, why not? Like, let her tell who she wants. It's her journey. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Yeah. And there's no right time to tell the news. I feel like people, again, like I said, like, wait until the second trimester or whatever because your chance of miscarriage is way less. But I know me, and I don't have many boundaries when it comes to like telling my life to like friends and people. And B, I'm always like, I'll tell people like right when I feel like I want to, when Mike and I feel like it's right, because God forbid something does happen, then I'll also be leaning on those same people that I tell for support. That's my thing. And telling them. It's not like I'm just going to hide. That's like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not going to, I get that people don't want to tell a ton of people and then have to bring it up every single time. Like, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I agree. I think
she should be allowed.
Here's my like experience with friends. I have been told before the second trimester more often than I haven't been. Mm-hmm. I've actually known with almost all of my friends
during the second?
No, immediately.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I think there are multiple sides to this. I think that when you find out you're pregnant, you're probably very excited and you really want to tell somebody. So if you can't tell your close friends and family, like, you do find solace in telling those people once, twice removed. It's kind of like being able to gossip to people who like could give two shits, you know, like they don't know the people. Like, so you can sort of vent without it affecting, you know, anybody. But so I do get that. Like, if you're super excited, like, you want to share the news, because when you share the news with something, anything really, even an engagement, like, that's sometimes when it becomes real for people. And so you do want that outlet of people that are like once, twice removed from you. Mm-hmm. However, telling close friends, in my experience, it kind of just depends on what you believe in. Like, every single scenario that I've been told in, I have prayed every single night for that friend for their pregnancy. And like, I believe that prayer is powerful, and I believe that my friends that have told me believe that too. And so like, I know for a fact that like sometimes the reason I'm finding out from them is because they're praying for a healthy pregnancy and they want other people to pray for a healthy pregnancy too. And it's for the exact reason that she said. And I've literally been said this: if something happens, I want my support system. And if something happens and you don't know, I'm still going to need you, but I'm going to have to tell you that I was pregnant and I lost it in the same breath.
Yeah.
And that is way harder than just if you have people, this is the way I thought about it, because now I'm like, I'm definitely going to do this, and I'm going to share with people and just say, like, because no matter what happens, I want you here with me on whatever that journey is. It's easier to share an excitement of a pregnancy and then say later, like, we have to go through this loss and I need your support as the person like hurting, than it is to you're going to go to those people for support regardless. Maybe I would ask, who are the people that you're going to go to if something bad happens, and how do you want that? How do you feel the most comfortable?
I would think long and hard before, just telling everyone, because like you said, pick the people who you would go to for support and tell about the, God forbid, the miscarriage regardless, because those are the people that you can tell about the pregnancy, because then you'll, God forbid, again, lean on them. But I would think twice before going to the world, because then, or like telling your favorite barista in your coffee shop, because then, God forbid, something does happen.
And they check up on you.
They check up, and you
That's
have
why
to
I
keep
would rather
being reminded.
That's why I personally would rather tell close friends first, because those people are going to be with me regardless of the outcome, and hopefully a very happy journey.
And I'm assuming it's their first, and like, I get it. She's really excited. She wants to share. I've seen things that this time can be like super isolating, because, and she's right. Like,
it's also not, he doesn't have any symptoms.
That's the thing.
He can't, and this is her first time having symptoms. It actually, the way I view it, and having observed my friends, is it's pretty much impossible to not let anybody know. As a woman actively experiencing symptoms and body changes for the first time, on that front, like, there are actually, like, to her point, like, his friends, wives who are new moms, like, there are things, I'm sure there are a lot of questions she has. There are things she wants to know. Are they normal? Are they abnormal? And you don't, like, call your doctor every 5 seconds. And sometimes they're not even the one that's going to give you, like, the real down and dirty information.
Yeah.
And so that's where people are like, I love having an OBGYN friend, or I love this. But, like, just having friends that are new moms who just went through it, who can make you feel better about certain
less
fears,
isolated,
answer certain questions for you, keep you off Google all day. Like, don't Google all day.
I was gonna say,
go to your
like,
friends.
I do feel like this, take it with a grain of salt, because like the internet is great for some of this stuff. Like, I do feel like this is one of the sort of benefits of like TikTok and Instagram, having, like, you can kind of see and relate to other women on there who are posting about their symptoms and whatnot, but it's not the same as having just a friend who you're texting one-on-one or in a group chat of like other fellow moms.
And also, I think it changes your behavior. Like, you get emotional and you get happy and you get sad, and it's kind of like giving your friends a little bit of context if you want to. And the other thing is that I think about is 3 months is a long time. Not being able to, 3 months is a third of this time that you have to prep for your life to entirely change. And I feel like I will be the person that is like, I want to immediately start getting affairs in order. What crib do I need? What do I need this? Like, I would want to start getting advice from my friends that are new moms pretty much off the bat, because I don't want to spend the entire 3 months like being in hiding. And then if like all prayers are answered and you have a healthy pregnancy and a beautiful baby, it's like that could have been time that you were nesting and indulging and with friends and
I also
feeling
feel
happy.
Like some people might hide it, not even just because the risk of something happening in the pregnancy, but some people might wait because it does feel like intimate between you and your husband to have this little secret between the two of you. And I get that. Yeah. But for me personally, I can have plenty of other intimate little secrets with me and my husband that aren't this, you know, like there's other ways throughout the pregnancy process, like do a gender reveal private on your own if you want more intimacy. Do, like, there are special ways to have a private moment, and this doesn't have to be one of them, because I just feel like this is such a time where you can like utilize your mom friends and your network of other moms out there to help you deal with all the crazy symptoms you might be facing. And she's just excited
She's
too.
just
like,
excited. And I think his reasoning is interesting, like just being that he's superstitious. Like if there were context around like we've unfortunately had a few miscarriages, I think that I could understand like a trauma response. But the way that it comes down for me is like, what's your importance scale of 1 to 10? Like if they disagree on this. So like if they were to look at each other and say like scale of 1 to 10, how important is this like preference for you to tell or not to tell? Based on what I know, the importance for her, like she cares about it almost at a level 10 because she needs support mentally, physically, like scientifically. Like she needs a lot of really big hands-on support. And his is like a 5, like because he's superstitious.
Yeah. Well, and
that's not a big enough reason to keep resources from her.
I have, I was at a restaurant once with one of my friends, 2 of my friends, and one of them was pregnant, and we like told the waiter because she couldn't drink. Oh, we were like joking around, and we were like, any advice for parenting? And the waiter was like, a guy, of course. And he was like, I'd be careful who you tell because not everybody wants the best for you. And I get that. And that's kind of what people, I don't know, it was the craziest. Honestly, it was like crazy. It was like, not that advice, but okay.
What, they're going to like go home and put like a curse
like a hex. I don't know. A man would say this. But that said, like it's whether you're superstitious for whatever reason, I don't want to like rub people the wrong way, but
you can take that. There is a way to look at that, which is like, do be careful of who you tell. But for example, like tell people who are going to be really happy for you.
Yes.
Don't be, in our next episode.
Don't tell people who have negative energy towards you.
In our next episode, we actually have an email about sort of an interesting dynamic of like, kind of being in like a rat race for like who has a baby first or whatever. Like if you have that type of relationship with anybody, like, and it's going to bring you anxiety, or you feel like, even the first thing I thought about was like, yeah, there are a lot of situations in which people have friends that they don't tell immediately, especially friends who have lost a baby or are struggling with fertility. So that is already its own mountain to climb in terms of like communication and working to be happy for each other while actively navigating like your own trauma. So yeah, I mean, just use critical thinking and don't tell those people. Well, why would I can't imagine those would be the first people that you would want to tell anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But be careful because people do chat to each other. And like, you know, if you tell somebody, they might tell somebody else. But like, again, I just like.
If it's part of your team of who you would use.
They're not going
to celebrate or to grieve. Like in sickness and in health, who are your people? And those people that I, at least from my experience with my friends and who they've chosen to tell and how I've been honored to be a part of it or pray for them or whatever. And like as a supporter, I'm definitely taking that advice. Like your team in sickness and in health is who you tell. And
with the superstitious thing too, though, like it's weird. It's crazy for me to say this because I am like spiritual. I am, you know, sometimes randomly superstitious. But with this, I guess I'm just like not, because I'm like, literally, what if telling your coffee barista is
I'd
like,
be interested to know why he's superstitious, but like still, I just,
is it the negative thing?
Her reasoning is like literally level 10 and his is almost just to have an opinion. Like his is like a 5. Like it just can't trump physical and mental needs of a person growing a child.
Well, and I can get wanting to like tell family and whatnot and parents and siblings before you go tell friends. Like I can get if that's kind of his reasoning. It's like, hey, wait, before you tell all your mom friends, can we pump the brakes and tell like our close family? Yeah. That's one thing. But like I would just encourage him to like be more open-minded and let her kind of like tell who she wants, because it's her body going through this ultimately. And then, however, I would say I don't want you as the listener writing in, the mom, congrats, by the way.
Yeah, wow.
I don't want you to regret later. Like if you are like, fuck him, I'm not fuck him, that was so harsh. But if you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell whoever I want, and like my husband's just gonna have to deal with it. I don't want you to like feel guilty about that later. Not that you would, but like just in case you might.
Yeah.
So
it's not.
Talk to him and explain and be like, listen, this is a tough time for me. Like I'm facing this such unknown with my body going through this. I really, really want to tell this group of close mom friends just to feel less isolated, women to women. And hopefully he'll respond well to that.
Yeah, to me, explaining the why should and usually is enough, but it just depends on like how superstitious he is, I guess. Part of me initially when I read this was like, you know, yes, and yours is a 10 and his is a 5. And so tell people. And if he wants to wait to tell his friends, wait to tell his friends. But I actually started thinking about it more, and I started thinking about boys more and guys more and how they handle stuff, and how like sometimes guys don't go to their friends in a time of need.
Weird.
But they still need somebody.
Yeah.
And I just started thinking about all the scenarios where like someone will be like, hey, can you call him? Because like he needs someone to talk to, but he's not going to call you, or whatever that is. And I realized like, you know, God forbid something happened, he would need support from his close friends in the same way that you would want the support and prayers from your friends.
Yeah.
And it's almost like as a partner being like, this is an additional need that I really feel like it's not just about the superstition and me having the support, that like I really, really feel like if we were to open up to your friends, it also would be good in the long run this way or that way. Like instead of
maybe they can go to the parent friends that like have the
wives
who
that
have
she
been
wants to
through
talk
it.
about, because
Maybe
I
he can
really
tell
feel
them.
like they now have there's a shared experience there where like that friend will now call to check up on like the husband and be like, how are you doing? Do you need anything? And then if something, you know, bad happens, like seriously, God forbid, like that is the same scenario. And men just have a really hard time sort of saying, I'm having a hard time and I like need your help. So it's bringing them in from the beginning to either to be their team for them in sickness and in health, because
men could benefit from that.
And I think that for me, like, this is going to sound weird. I never really talk like this, like on the pod, but sometimes I do, like off of it. But like as a wife, I would do that for John. Like if John felt superstitious and I was like, we need to tell people, and I'm not saying do this, but I'm just telling you what I would personally do.
I'd be like, tell your friends.
I would be like, you have a tendency to be this way if something happens. And like in these scenarios, the reason that you've had support is because I have gone to people and said like, you need to come support him. And then these are the scenarios in which you didn't go to anybody for help, and in retrospect have found out that like if you had gone to this person, they actually had the same experience as you and they could have helped you, but you never knew because you didn't go to them and you didn't talk to them. And this is seriously just me, but like if he did not want to tell his best friend out of superstition, which like I know he will because they've done the same for us, so like this is theoretical, I would call and I would tell him. Because like
no, you're
men,
honest.
you have to understand that like some men just know
men need to be led to the pasture.
It's a support thing for me, and like I wouldn't tell everybody, and I would never tell his parents on his behalf.
Yeah,
but I would tell his best friend because
he needs someone to talk to.
And I'm literally thinking of a specific person where like it's the same, like they have kids and like there are godchildren and like they always tell us, and like I would want her to know, like I would want to tell her.
Yeah.
And if John didn't want to tell him, I would be like, but you're going to need him, and good or bad. Like he's the person that you call. So what happens when I get super emotional or I flip out and it's the first 3 months and you feel like you can't call him and vent about this or get advice on this because it would require you telling him that I'm pregnant?
Like I know when that time comes for us, we're gonna just tell whoever we both want, like whatever we both want, and we're not going to get mad at the other person for doing so. Like I just think like it's two people going through it. But especially the woman, let her tell who she wants, but also like that's a good point, let him tell his close friends to have support, whether it's all going well and he just wants like I don't know. Maybe this
But
is
who
me
is
being
this
too nice
person?
to the
Like,
man.
no, just encourage, at least for him, who is his person. Like, I think we have like a group usually of women that we like
They don't
go to.
have groups as much.
They have
Some
usually
men do, but ours like reclude inward.
Yeah, they have like
things-
one or two person they really go to for stuff.
Yeah.
And I would really encourage him to tell that person, because it's like there are going to be times, even this is going to be such a beautiful and healthy pregnancy, and they're going to have like the most beautiful baby.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, he's going to be like, wow, like those first 3 months were really an adjustment for me, like as a husband, and trying to figure out what to do and how to help. And it would have been or was very helpful to have that one person who'd been through it to like guide me, and that I did this when she was feeling this way and it helped. I rubbed her feet in this time, but sometimes like this didn't help. Like,
having like a good, I would encourage him to go to like somebody you know in a different relationship who's like a good pregnancy husband.
Extremely,
and just like pick his brain on like, what can I do?
And utilize them as a resource.
I have heard from a lot of people that like it doesn't really register in the man's brain that like you're fully pregnant yet until they start like really seeing signs, or even in some cases until they're holding their baby.
Yeah.
Which is like just crazy, because I feel like for the woman it starts right away. Like right when you get that positive test, you're like, all right, it's go time. I am providing for me and this little one in my belly. Like, we're eating for two. We're doing everything. Get the baby what it wants.
We talked about this once where I was like, I don't like when men are like, it irks me when women are like, yeah, like he's been taking care of the baby so well. I'm like, no, he's taking care of you. It's like you want your husband to always take care of you, including when you're pregnant, not start taking care of you just because you're carrying his baby.
Right.
So like think of someone who is, hopefully his person is someone who is like that with their wife and their partner and the pregnancies and the kids like all around. And like that's a good person to have on board on your team in sickness and in health. And like maybe that already is his person. So it's like, yeah, he could use the support too. I would actually now, I would get to the bottom of why the superstition for him supersedes the need for support. And if maybe it hasn't even registered for him yet, the support that he'll need or how he could benefit from it.
I think overall this listener, like she knows already, she's saying like, I just don't want to suffer in silence, and it's not worth like.
She has a good head on her shoulders, I feel like. And I think he's just not registering it quite yet.
Yeah. And like at the end of the day, like, I hate to tell you to just lie to him, but like, how's he going to know if you're texting your mom's group chat?
But you would hate to do that, because especially if you're going to have more kids.
Yeah. Be honest about it if you can.
Get on the same page.
But if he's really going to be a stickler, I'd be like, okay, fuck off. I'm telling my mom friends, bye.
Yeah. I wouldn't let anyone tell me who not to tell, but I definitely wouldn't. I would not give up on the conversation, because I'd be like, honestly, we're going to be here again. Like, this isn't, if we're not doing a one and done, like, we'll be here again. And I want this to be the only time that we're dealing with this particular. I'm someone on like, I don't want to deal with the same issue twice though. Yeah. So I will sit there until it's resolved.
Yeah. He'll come around. He has to. You're the pregnant one.
I'm sure that this is not the only.
No.
Since we haven't been pregnant, I think that's the insight that we're lacking, is like, has that been a normal experience? And it actually might be like.
One like fact of the matter truly is like there is no right way to do it. And it's truly now more than ever what works best for you as a couple, and most importantly, you as the pregnant woman.
I agree.
Like, there really is no right way. I've had friends who have gotten pregnant and called and FaceTimed literally the second after they get the test, before even going to an ultrasound. I've had friends. I had one friend, I don't want to shout out her name, but she knows who she is, who waited for so long to just like tell anyone. And honestly, it was so impressive. We were all just like, what? And she was like, yeah, I'm giving birth. Like, talk about a friend that moves in literal silence. Yeah. She was like, yeah, and I'm doing like 3 months. And we were all just like, oh my God.
I like have a tendency to know when one of my friends is pregnant. Like, really? I have a dream and I'll know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like with her, I find out quickly because
I'm good at calling the gender.
And then I have my friend Libby, and we find out she's pregnant together. Like, that's the thing. Like, her husband is so chill about it and amazing. And like, he's like, my wife is carrying this baby, whatever makes her happy. So like in her first
that's how
pregnancy,
the man really
she told
should be.
us when she was like 6 weeks along. And she told all of us at my rehearsal dinner. And then she's the one who we took the test with at Ashlyn's rehearsal dinner, or welcome party, sorry. And he was like giddy, like I'm sure that they already knew because she was like so confident she was, like same exact symptoms as the first child, like whatever. And she took that test with all of her friends, and it was the most insane moment for all of us and an insane moment for her. And then she immediately went out and like told him, and like obviously he was so excited, but there was no part of him that was like, oh my God, wait, but now so many people know and you're like 5 days pregnant.
Yeah.
And she just had a beautiful, healthy baby boy.
I will say, like, the only case I can see the man getting a little upset is if, like, you've told every friend under the sun, but, like, not his family yet. Or, like,
of
not,
course.
you know.
Yeah, like, it has to be in that scenario. But I am thinking there's just different strokes for different folks types of thing. Like, but just get on the same page, because then you can be excited about it together or cautious about it together.
Yeah. And I do, just to wrap it up, I do love the perspective about like encouraging him to tell someone too, because if you're just like, no, babe, like I'm telling who I want, so I have support, like that's what I'm doing, bye, then that's just kind of like, okay, that works for you, but then like it doesn't work for him. I don't know. I just like the idea of telling people that can support him too.
No,
and instead of being
100%.
like, you can't tell anybody, babe, because I feel like some women do that and they're like, you don't tell your crazy friends because they'll tell people, but let me tell mine because they're moms and they'll help, versus like looking at it as actually tell your crazy friends because they might support you through this. Not your crazy ones. Pick the good ones.
But someone
to
who's
tell.
helpful. I'm even thinking about like planning a wedding, and just, I know we're beating this
Planning
topic
a
to death,
wedding?
but no, I'm saying like, you know, if the guy
I thought
like,
you were saying like in the future.
I talked to so many people who are like, the guy's job is like to do the DJ or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and so
Honeymoon.
he does all this research on the DJ or the band, and you don't do any of it because you're like, that's the thing that he's good at. So you let him do it and it takes it off your plate. Like there are certain things I imagine that are like, if he were to take the initiative early on to start doing the research on certain things and like actually take some stuff off of your plate as a mom, anything that he can, or start like prepping any way that he can.
Yeah.
That's actually, I have no idea what those things are. And I think the only person that would be able to tell you is like a new dad. So
put him to work.
yeah, I mean, the two of you are the blind leading the blind, honestly, when it's your first pregnancy, I think.
Yeah.
We have a few. Do we want to do a few lover wars?
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. Lover war watching the Masters all weekend.
Oh, you have them. Okay. You know, love. I'm going to give that one a love.
I know, me too.
Especially because it was a rainy weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't fully watch it. Like, I'm not going to lie. I did not, like, watch more than 3 seconds, but it was on in the background.
I watched all day yesterday.
You just, like, sat and watched the TV?
Fun fact, I, like, really love golf. Can't play it. Terrible. Don't have the patience for it. I love golf.
You're, like, a golf fan.
I just, like, love golf tournaments. I love, you guys like music festivals. I like golf tournaments.
No, this was my first
love
year,
it.
like, really learning about the Masters,
Yeah.
like, the traditions. And it is so cool. Like, I want one of those cheese sandwiches.
I am,
The pimento cheese.
oh yeah, the $1.50 pimento cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
I
And the drinks.
grew up in the South, so I think it just probably, like, I always have known people that go to the Masters every year. So not me, I've never been. I would love to go, but I just
I
enjoy
didn't
golf.
realize it was such an exclusive club. Like, my friend and her husband and Mike were telling me, it's an exclusive club. You can't just go to the course and play it. Like, only like 40 members or something.
I think it's more. I mean, but it's very exclusive. It's extremely exclusive. I mean, this is the most
Can't just, like,
exclusive.
go play it.
No, and like you can't buy tickets. So
My friend's
it's the
dad
most
played
exclusive
the course.
tournament.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh, and then there's some
it's cool
sort
and
of
it's great, and I
gnome
love Rory
tradition.
McIlroy, and he
Oh.
won. Yay!
Oh, yeah, he did one. Wait, have you heard about the gnomes?
Yeah.
there's like gnomes that people obsess over every year, and you can buy them, and they're like hundreds of dollars, and each year they have a new outfit.
Yeah.
And that's cool. See, I like those aspects of sports.
I just enjoy I like that type of activity. I dated a golf player in high school, and that's like I think how I got interested in it, but I've just always I enjoy like watching golf, and if John would let me be his cart girl, I would, and I'm still breaking that barrier down.
I follow a cart girl on TikTok who
Oh
just
my God, I
like
know who you're talking
makes
about.
bank.
Yeah, she makes so much money.
She's like so pretty.
She's so pretty. I just want a cart girl outfit. Like that's I'm not trying to get out of the cart and play with you. I have played
golf cart
and
girl
I'm
outfit.
not good. Like I will not put you under that
awful.
scrutiny. I've been asked to like leave the course by my cousin because I
Stop.
held people up
I've
for too
never
long.
Played a course.
I will
I've
be in the
just
cart.
Simulated.
I'll make you a cute drink. I mean, I'm just asking to be in the seat, but
I feel like you weren't a girl who graduated high school in 2011 or around that, like me, if your dad did not try to encourage you to play golf in high school so you could get a scholarship. Like I feel like
my dad tried.
Like a couple years prior.
Why do you think I was at the golf course with my cousin?
Yeah,
who played golf in college.
All the dads heard that like they're giving female scholarships for golf to college.
That was me too.
And literally my dad all of a sudden out of nowhere one day was like,
golf, you want to
You
golf?
should really take up golf, like the James M. Bennett golf team. And I was like, I'm not going to join the golf team. But
That
then
is
some
how
of
I
my
ended
friends
up.
did.
That is how I ended up on the golf course. My cousin was a golfer. She did go to school for golf, and it was an upsetting experience for me. And my dad didn't ask me to play again, and I think it's because she told him like she's so bad that I was like, we're going home. Like there were too many people waiting to tee off behind me apparently, and you could just be nicer about it, but whatever. That was it, and I evaded it since then. But I love a golf tournament, and I love a golf.
Yeah, I love the fashion, and I'm sure if I were there in person, I would watch it. So if anybody
like
wants to
tournament.
invite me to the Masters, I love tennis.
It's the vibe of the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Okay. Hits on people, but only when absolutely wasted.
Ew.
Yeah.
War.
Yeah.
Hits on people.
Like we're not talking like just flirty personality.
I don't care if he's drunk. I don't care if he's sober. I don't care if he's on crack. You're not hitting on people.
That's pretty
in
crazy.
A relationship.
Because he's drunk without you sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, are you just always going to be nervous that when he's drunk and you're not there that...
Yeah, no, I don't like
I don't like that one.
Oh,
okay. Last one. Leaving his water glass out for weeks. I want to say war, but like
on his nightstand.
Right. But I have a sister who like has a graveyard of glasses at all times. So I'm like, it's not just a male thing.
No, God, no. Mike does this thing where he leaves like food containers from like his lunch during the day, like up at his desk on the loft area. And
that's
like,
another one.
I get really stressed out by like his spaces being messy.
Yeah,
even
same.
though they're not my spaces. Like I honestly get more stressed if like his nightstand is messy versus mine.
Yeah,
or his desk versus like mine. So I get like angry and mad. I literally like punched him the other day. No, just kidding. But I got really fucking mad over like a food container being left at his desk because that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's actually another level where it's a not every time, but still too often. Just leaves plate on the table, trash just sitting out. That the cup doesn't bother me as much as that.
No, food's gross because the smell I can't really handle.
John does this thing, and I really like. I have left food out too, and like it icks me out. So I'm like not just getting mad at him. I get mad at it for myself too. But John does this thing where like if he's done, he'll put his napkin on his plate or in his bowl, but like maybe it was like a saucy pasta, and it will absorb the juices, and it is so disgusting. Like and I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. I'm like, what do you... The other day I said to him, I was like, I'm like really trying like to be like, you're your own person, like whatever, what that is so gross. And I'm like, when you want to know why the trash smells, it's because your napkins are all soaked in nasty crap and they're sitting in the trash bag. And like, it is harder to clean. Like whoever does the dishes has to pick your napkin up all nasty, put it in the trash, and then rinse the bowl. Like,
No.
just leave the napkin outside of the bowl and clean and rinse the dish. Like,
Criminal.
I think he thinks the napkin is helping to start clean the plate. No, it's bad. And so
Like
I
a
can.
weird little children's habit. Speaking of funny habits with napkins, something Louis does, which is just so
Yeah.
adorable and funny, and like really bad behavior of a dog, but like we let it slide because we let him do whatever he wants. Whenever like one of us is eating at home, or like the two of us together, and we're using a napkin and we've like used it, like wiped our mouths and whatnot, and it has like remnants of our food on it, it'll just be on the table. And since Louis is like taller than both of us combined, he can reach everything. So he'll just come up because he's like needy for attention and grab the napkin off the table. Like slowly, like he knows we're watching him do it, and then just like tear up the napkin on the floor. Sorry guys, he's so cute.
Louis.
Yeah, he just has the cutest little, he's perfect. But if like Mike did something wrong, I'd chop his head off, you know. But Louis can do no wrong.
No wrong.
Yeah.
Cutie. Okay, guys. Well, love you. Hope you have a good week. Fun little episode. Let us know your thoughts. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.